Ready? Huh? Red Ketter 2017 late August garden. I had one video before this one that I haven't posted yet. Everything I've been harvesting, everything is going well. The squash, they made pretty good. You can still see the hyssop. Some of these plants, like the lettuce, blooming. Let's make a good background flower now. Swiss chard, been harvesting quite a bit. Some nice color among my flowers, among my onions. If I harvest all the onions and cilantro, put cilantro with the onions and harvest most of that. Probably gonna plant a little bit more before the fall. Kale in the buckets. Sunflowers, birds. I harvest most of my beans that I grew in 5-gallon containers. I have a few left, about ready to compost them, but I just thought I'd leave them for a while, getting ready for a cookout. But I do like shell beans, so there'll be a few shell beans left. See the Swiss chard where I pull up some collard plants, collards. When I had that rot, that top rot, I didn't want them looking like that, so I pulled it up. Put Swiss chard, been harvesting quite a bit. One collard over there. Sweet potatoes seem to be growing pretty good. Sweet potatoes here and there and everywhere. We haven't had a real hot summer, so I don't know if I'm gonna make any sweet potato. Had quite a bit of squash. I'm about ready to pull. I have about 10-gallon bags of squash to be blanched, put away, so we have enough for the season, for the year rather. I've been giving the squash away. Here's my tomatoes. Like I have about 7 different tomatoes. These are some determined tomatoes. Been harvesting quite a bit. What I discovered about these tomatoes, this is the water reservoir. One day the sun was shining and I seen something in it, and I looked in the roots. All the roots have grown down in the reservoir. And these things probably sucking up at least a gallon of water per day. And it's not very hot. So I went to the hydroponic place, and they told me I could begin to feed them from the bottom, but I'll start that next year. Show them the stuff to use. So this had quite a few tomatoes. I'll show you some. Took some wind damage. When I went from the cage, when I went from my homemade cages, you know, that I had last year back there, to trellises and some wire cages, I took quite a bit of wind damage. Most of these are heirloom tomatoes. These are the rainbow tomatoes. You'll see tomatoes. Here's a Cherokee Red. I have quite a few tomatoes growing in here. You don't see them. Then along with the tomatoes, I put these Joe Klein beans. They're not a pole bean, but they will grow on a trellis. It doesn't grow as high. They have a string. These are the old-fashioned, I call them the old-fashioned beans. They're not like the green. They are very good. And the tomato and the beans are companion. I have picked these beans quite a few times. You just can look in here. Can you see in there? Shine it in there. And you see beans everywhere. You see tomatoes in the back. You see all types of tomatoes. Tomatoes everywhere. I'll pick them up later. So I have 24 containers. I knew I had enough tomatoes, so I put 2 tomatoes in some of the containers. Further down, to prove that these tomatoes is wicking up the water, the ones that have 2 tomatoes wick up twice as much water. Real large tomatoes in the back. Let's see. I won't be doing this again. I'll go back to my cages. Pick up me some wood and make me some. These are very sweet cherry tomatoes, and they are loaded down into the bag. I know I have had some 2-pound tomatoes I have taken out of here already. Here's my Roma tomatoes. I have 4 bushes of Roma tomatoes. They are, get a shot now. These are the canning, juicing tomatoes. They are determined, so they all mostly get ripe. All get ripe around the same time.